Yeah, it looks pretty crazy. Let's get on in. Woo! Some cascades right there. All right, this looks really good. Wow. This afternoon I'm at the West Fork of the San Gabriel River, and I'm gonna jog up and do a little bit of exploring and definitely a few other things, so stay tuned. So I haven't been looking in very close detail everywhere, but there are definitely a good amount of mushrooms here. So I don't know what everything is, but yeah, they are definitely present. It's fun to do scouting for mushrooms I could forage, but anyone trying to do this, you just really want to be careful and do at your own risk, because there are a lot of poisonous ones and stuff. But yeah, I had a pretty successful chanterelle trip a few days ago out near Gaviota. Got a bunch of chanterelle mushrooms and cooked them up, ate them. So yeah, it was pretty rewarding. This reminds me of some sort of amanita. Not sure if that's really what it is, but yeah, pretty crazy, and certainly on the larger side for the mushrooms I've been seeing here. I was out near Lake Los Carneros recently in Goleta, and I saw loads of death caps, which are also some variety of amanita, and there are a lot of poisonous amanitas, so got to be careful about those. I don't really want to stop every time, but these are interesting and look a little different. Oops, compared to some of the other ones. So yeah, okay. So right now we have a bunch of autumn leaves, and to be honest, a good ways back there were a lot too, and they're really coming from two different trees. So this right here is one of the native maple trees with the brownish bark, and this is a sycamore tree with the whitish bark, and they do have similar leaves, but yeah, anyways, I thought I'd point out the autumn leaves here. And yeah, I think last time I was in this area, I climbed up this waterfall. I'm not going to do it this time, but there's a 4-tier waterfall, that you can get to and get above, and it seems to be flowing pretty well now. So yeah, anyone new to the YouTube channel, I've done a lot of runs up the West Fork and little exploration. So yeah, so as I was just talking back there, a couple kind of came around the corner, so I figured I'd stop recording. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, I've done a lot of exploration up the West Fork of the San Gabriel River, especially this lower section by the scenic bike path. So yeah, if you're interested in that, definitely got a good amount of stuff out there about it. But yeah, we got some more mushrooms here. So we got these. I don't know what these are. It could be like a false chanterelle or something like that. Not the real ones, definitely not. Some weird kind of mold stuff, and then yeah, more of these. I've been seeing a lot of these. I feel like as I make more of these videos, I learn more about the wilderness while I'm doing it, and the different species and things I can eat and stuff and whatnot. Not that I already don't know a good amount of that, but yeah, maybe in a couple of years I'll know the names of all these different mushrooms, so we'll see. This one here, yeah, it looks pretty crazy the way it's kind of curving down and below. Got another little one there, but I like that. So I would say that this looks like potentially a really nice bolete mushroom. I'm not going to get it now, but what I might do is set up some like rocks right over there maybe, or I guess there's a sign, and then I'll come back potentially and grab this and jog back with it. And at the car, I think I can grill it there. So yeah, happy to see this though. They don't go everywhere here, but they're cool to find, and I think this is one of the edible ones. Right now I'm exploring upstream from the Bait Club Cabin right down there, and there was someone at it. The first time I think I've seen someone at it in a little bit. But yeah, there's a waterfall I've seen up here, and I have good reason to want to go beyond it this time. And so maybe we'll find something even better. But yeah, without further ado, let's keep going on. As you can see, we do have some nice pools here, but we're gonna get some better ones further up. So not gonna do a cold plunge here, unfortunately. So due to time limitations, we got a fork right here. Maybe hard to see, but there's one to the left and one to the right. We're gonna go up the one to the right. The one up to the left is pretty cool too, and it has at least 2 interesting waterfalls that I've been to. So yeah, without further ado, let's make it up here. So we got one of the waterfalls right here, and there's kind of a pool. I've seen this one flowing stronger. Right now it's certainly more of a trickle, but we're gonna go up this way, and there's one that's a little shorter but wider and certainly has more flow. And I was able to kind of get up and above it last time I was here, so I want to try that again and maybe try to go just a little further now that I assume it's flowing better. But nothing insane. I do have to get back. My plan this evening is to go to Deer Flats near the Crystal Lake area and meet up with Pharaoh Allen, another guy on YouTube who I've been watching for years. And yeah, finally able to make some time to do something, so I'm gonna actually join. Last time I did try to join, I think at Crystal Lake, but I think it just didn't work out. My friends and I went, we didn't really plan it well. So, but yeah, that should be what's coming up after this. All right, I think I'm actually gonna do a cold plunge in this one. This is a one I was talking about, and yeah, certainly a little more flow now, but after I get in this, I think I'm gonna go kind of up and around that way and maybe stay above, maybe climb down. It looks like I might be able to climb down there back into the canyon, but I do want to see if there's another waterfall, and I'll kind of show you why I think it'd be cool to explore too after I get in here. But yeah, anyways, let's get on in. All right, about to do a quick little cold plunge here. You know, water's actually starting to feel colder than it has been, so whew. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Woo! That is nice and chilly. All right, let me show you one of the reasons why I think it would be interesting to climb above this. So right over here, you got these metal things, and so cool waterfall metal things, you know, little chain. I think at one point it's likely that someone had a way to get up and over this, and I'm curious why. I mean, is there a nice pool, a structure, something else? So yeah, I'm at least gonna go above and try to get a better look. But yeah, anyways, it is pretty cool and very, very mysterious to me. If any of you know what these are associated with too, I would be curious. It's one of the tributaries upstream from the bait cabin, from the, you know, once again on the west fork of the San Gabriel River. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna get up that way just a short bit. That was nice, certainly a little more chilly, but yeah, as I mentioned, gonna make my way up this little ridge-like thing, or whatever you want to call it. So that's where I just did my cold plunge. This sort of looks tractable. I'm gonna kind of feel it out. I want to make sure I can up climb, but if worse comes to worse, I'm pretty sure I can just sort of carefully go down that way. Maybe, but yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot first. That just kind of looks sketchy. Yeah, so I made it down that, but to be honest, I don't know if I want to climb back up it. I might, but if just jumping down there looks safe, may give that a shot. Anyways, yeah, very curious about what lies up above that pool. I've been to it twice, but never really gone past like this. So I don't know, there's always a chance for some neat discovery on these trips. So right here we have a decent sized pool and some cascades right there, or arguably a waterfall. I'd kind of call it a waterfall, but it looks like something I might be able to climb over. So I think I'm gonna try climbing over. So I made it up to the second tier. This isn't really all that far, but the waterfall here, the rocks are surprisingly slippery. So I got up kind of a little ways and slid back down and slid back down. So despite all this, the holds, more or less, not great holds. If you're a rock climber, I'm sure you'd be able to do this. But for me, just given the fact that there's a lot of water here, I'm alone, I kind of slid down twice. I think I'm gonna make a turnaround now. But yeah, I think like late spring might be a good time to return here when the flow is a little lower, because I think at that point it should be a little more dry and I'll feel safer getting up this on my own. But for now, yeah, without further ado, let me backtrack down that way, and yeah, should be a neat trip trying to get down that big waterfall, or yeah, we'll see. I think I could slide down this, but I know it is kind of shallow down there, so I might just try the, I don't know, more sketchy, slippery way, but you know, one where I probably won't injure myself. But I feel like this would be fine too. I'm gonna give that upper one a shot first though. It is kind of loose. It's always good to kind of be careful and not, I don't know, do things that are super risky when you're on your own. Again, I mean, this just doesn't look great either. But I don't know, I think if I were to slide down, it'd be a lot more safe. So let's give it a go. All right, that went better than I thought it would. You know, I figured I might slip a bit more than I did. But yeah, anyways, you know, you just got to be careful out here because it really only takes one mistake. So I do things I feel comfortable with, you know, generally speaking, because if I didn't, like, you just wind up taking a bunch of risks and you get hurt and then you're done. So, you know, it can be serious sometimes, but yeah, fortunately that wasn't too bad. And sliding down that might not be too bad either. I don't know. Never done it, but yeah, on my own here, not gonna take risks like that. I'm gonna do one more cold plunge here, I think, and then yeah, make my way back as I said I would. But yeah, not too bad now. I think my body's more used to it. All right, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Woo! Yeah, still pretty chilly. Nice. Actually get the, you know, cold effects of cold plunging. All right, let's make my way back down and jog back and get that bolete mushroom if it's there, and try to cook it at the picnic area. Pretty neat to see what was behind that one. But yeah, let's make haste, and I think next time I decide to come out here, I'll definitely try to make it further back. I think that would be cool. But yeah, without further ado, let's get back down. So this is nightshade here, but it's not deadly nightshade. And yeah, I'm gonna eat some of these dark colored berries, not many of them, but yeah, you wouldn't want to eat the green ones. I think the black ones are fine. Kind of broke one climbing out, but yeah, this is the nightshade. It's like a natural tomato almost, just growing around California. So yeah, they're tasty. So yeah, make sure you know your nightshade plants and don't eat deadly nightshade. But there are plenty of plants we just kind of regularly consume that are nightshade, or in the nightshade family, like tomatoes and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, that stuff is tasty, and it does grow around here, the kind I ate. So yeah, anyways, let me try to figure out how to get back to the main tributary. I kind of cut across over this time, and then I'm gonna go down the other side here, hopefully. So I've seen feathers like this before. I forget what they're from though. Maybe some sort of bird of prey or one of those flicker woodpeckers. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. Very interesting pink feathers. And there are some more, yeah. All right, I am back at the road, and I'm gonna jog, try to make sure I remember to get that oak bolete, or whatever kind of bolete that is. And then yeah, I'm gonna try to saute it at the parking lot. Just as I was about to start jogging, I noticed these mushrooms, so these look pretty crazy. And yeah, if any of you are mushroom experts, I'd be curious to know what some of these ones are that I'm not identifying. So the rocks I stacked are right there, which means, yeah, it should be right over here. And yeah, sure enough, it's right there. So, let's see. Yeah, this looks, I would say good enough for me to eat. I'm gonna go cook it, but yeah, I might cut off the gills. Kind of look a little old, but yeah, we'll slice it open and see how it is. I think just really seeing what the meat looks like will be good, but I'm gonna stuff this in like a plastic bag shortly and hopefully not bruise it up too much. So these mushrooms are good, but they go bad quite quickly. And I did see a spot like way further up the West Fork, kind of closer to Red Box, recently that had a bunch, but most of them had gone bad. So I'll actually do maybe a big bolete video someday up there. But for now, we're hopefully gonna eat this one when I get back. So I'm actually gonna pick a little bit of the sage here, the white sage, for seasoning. I've never done this before for the mushrooms, so I am kind of curious about how it'll turn out, but it doesn't hurt to try. All right, back at the parking area right over here. And I'm gonna cook the mushroom, but I'm gonna try to do it pretty quickly because I do have to get up to the Crystal Lake area. But yeah, definitely a nice jog and cool to explore that waterfall. So here's the mushroom, and you can really see it kind kind of really is staining blue at the moment. What I'm gonna do is cut away the pores and get to some of the meat. It's not really gonna be a full meal, it's just one mushroom, but it should still be pretty tasty. So yeah, let's do it. So these actually turned blue way too quickly for me to be comfortable with them. So I don't think I'm gonna eat these. I know that there is a variety that when you slice it, it oxidizes very fast. Also, the meat here is really more white than yellow. So yeah, I think that I'm just gonna avoid this one. It looked good, but you know, let me just show you how fast this oxidizes. If I just sort of slice it here, maybe turn that face up. Yeah, you can kind of see it's already turning blue, maybe. The autocorrect isn't great, but yeah, that oxidation's pretty quick. So I think this is poisonous. I'm not gonna eat it, but I was curious, and yeah, I see yeah, I'm not doing this one. So I think it was good to err on the side of caution for that mushroom. I know that the ones, you know, I mentioned further up, kind of near Red Box, looked better to me. They had that yellowish meat. This one kind of had white meat, and it oxidized like really fast. That reaction occurred when I sliced it just in that area pretty quick. And, you know, I think that there are poisonous ones that do that. Was that poisonous? I don't know. But anyone eating mushrooms and stuff like that in the wild, just be careful. And if something looks off, just probably good to avoid it. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head up to Crystal Lake area real quick. Might not go to the lake, but I'm gonna try to go to Deer Flats and meet up with Pharaoh and I don't know, whoever else is there. Pharaoh is Alan, by the way. So yeah, I call him Pharaoh because of his YouTube channel. But yeah, let's get going. I'm gonna get a meal actually at the Crystal Lake Cafe first before I really get going up to the trail. So yeah, let's do that. All right, this looks really good. It's gonna be a lot, but yeah, definitely worth every dollar. So yeah, now I'm walking out to Deer Flats. I don't really know how much video I'll get when I'm like hanging out with them, but yeah, I don't know. It's a nice place. Crystal Lake, the whole campground area. This one's a little more remote. It's kind of over that way-ish, but yeah, kind of nice. All right, I guess we're going up this way. I was thinking about taking the trail. You know, I forgot it crossed here, but yeah, I should have remembered that. I've done this one definitely quite a few times back in the day. Looking even better up here. Wow. I just ran into someone coming actually from the camp. I guess they were hanging out for a bit, but the guy couldn't camp. I'm about maybe 50-50 right now. I do have to wake up super early, so I don't want to disturb him, you know, if I do camp here. But yeah, we'll see. I'm planning to hang out for a couple hours too. I don't mind leaving really late. So yeah, it should be fun. Well, I think I'm here. I don't see anyone here. I see a lot of stuff though. But yeah, I might hang out for a bit. Maybe they're out like walking around or something. I don't know. Yeah, so this could be where they're at. Yeah, maybe I'm not here at a great time. I did run into someone else on the trail. They said that there were only 2 other people here, so I mean, it's likely that they maybe went out somewhere else. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait here no longer than an hour. Might do a little reading, but hopefully they get here soon. All right, that was a fun trip. So I didn't get a lot of it on video, but I was hanging out with Alan and this guy David for a bit. David also has a YouTube channel. Here's the title. And Alan, of course, has a YouTube channel called Pharaoh with 2 R's. So yeah, check them out. And yeah, definitely fun sharing a lot of stories, talking, hanging out. So hopefully more of these in the future, but it's not really something where I'm used to filming that kind of thing. It's more of a social thing. So a lot of the videos, not all of them, but a lot of the videos that I film out in the wilderness, I'm kind of on my own. So yeah, but anyways, hope y'all enjoy, and yeah, more coming soon, hopefully.